There's still one thing we need to take care of.
You know those movies that get heavily talked about, debated how good they might be, discussions on what directions they might take, only to fail anyway? Well, in this video, we're gonna discuss the opposite. The movies that weren't talked about ended up being pretty damn good, yet the odds are you didn't see them. Whether it be a lack of promotion, being independent, those pesky fake reviews, these are 10 recent movies, 10 you probably didn't see. I can't say I expected too much from Flying Lotus, mainly because I didn't know who Flying Lotus was. The scenario when a lone surviving astronaut wakes up on a strange planet with amnesia, throw in paranoia because it just fits. You don't anticipate anything too new. And the thing is, Ash gives us something we don't see very often nowadays. Atmosphere, a unique style. You don't completely know what you're looking at. You get the assumption a lot of it may not be what's really happening. That's the one downside. I don't think it's put together perfectly. A few key elements kind of throw it off, but it's the scenery and sense of isolation that gives this the edge. I can't say it's revolutionary, but the style makes it stand out. You don't see too many films like it, and it does pique your interest. And throw in the mystery elements, a lot of shocking moments toward the end, and lead acting by Leslie Gonzalez. You have a recipe for a movie that puts a unique spin on the science fiction genre. Definitely flawed in a few places, but a lot more than I expected. If you've seen this scenario when a couple meets a slightly less average couple, and you happen to be watching a movie that remotely sits in the horror genre, you probably know where it's going. Maybe you don't. Bone Lake is not the greatest at shocking the viewer, but it does do two things really well. One, it's erotic, lots of sex and pleasuring to be found, so if you're into that, it's the film for you. But most of us men know porn is a thing, so it's down to subverting expectations. Again, I know the outcome. It could have gone in a unique direction. If so, we'd really have something. The thing is, anybody can have a twist. Look at Us. It had a twist. It was trash.
You son of a bitch!
If done correctly, it's great, but it's also about the build-up and the rewatch factor. How many signs are there? How often do you think it could not be what it seems? This movie excels at that, and there are still mysteries as to why things are happening. You don't completely know. It gives you a satisfying conclusion nonetheless. If that's not enough, you still got the sex stuff. Dust Bunnies is another distinctively unique movie that I kind of thought more people would see. The great cast, Mads Mikkelsen, Sigourney Weaver, a premise that's so unconventional. I can't really get into any of it because I'm not spoiling stuff here. The point is for you to seek these out, but I promise this movie goes above and beyond to make sure you stay invested with almost every frame. So many ideas put in, even the irrelevant scenes, to make them stand out. When the action kicks off, it's captivating. Not many movies quite like it. I can't say you get too much of that being the action, but you don't need it. The whole film is somewhat of a spectacle, kind of in a minimalistic way. The areas you see are limited, but they're so inventive. Half the movie may be one room, but even that is full of detail. And the chemistry between Mikkelsen and Sophia Stallone perfectly fits the mood. It's not too serious, but there is a connection. If I could depict in film the definition of getting everything you can out of something, I think Dust Bunny would be that. They're probably wondering what even is Dust Bunny. Well, I check it out. This may be the most seen movie on this list of unseen movies, but the uninspirable title, The Dangerous Animals, does a lot of things I didn't see coming. Most notably taking the shark genre somewhere new without defying logic. I mean, who saw that coming? I didn't even know you could do that. Fucking Jaws. Complete nonsense. Sharks just aren't that bad. But having a maniac who kidnaps women, feeds them to sharks, and then seemingly gets off on it, well, that makes scientific sense. I would hope it's just a movie. Who knows? Somebody's probably doing that somewhere. And even though it's not the most violent because a lot of it's underwater, you still see a lot of shit go down in this, so it ain't holding back. Speaking of holding back, Jai Courtney, Die Hard 5, Terminator 5, what has Hollywood done to him? Luckily, by not having to play a miscast piece of wood, what were you thinking? We get a truly terrifying and also charismatic antagonist. Despite the inventive premise, it's the best thing about the movie. Every scene he's in is just pure entertainment. Yeah, I want to give credit to Hasse Harrison as Zephyr, definitely an engaging lead, but I can't get over it. Jai Courtney proves how much Hollywood wasted him. The only downside is the movie has a slight repetitive edge, but still I think they kept it interesting, and the character of Moses is almost pointless. But that's it. If you want a shark movie that mixes in serial killer elements and is actually competently made, you need to see Dangerous Animals. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Completely shifting gears with the biggest names you'll see in this list, Good Fortune. It's not perfect and does stumble a bit at the end, but the idea of Keanu Reeves playing an incompetent guardian angel who doesn't understand why the give them what they always wanted scenario worked is beyond brilliant. Seth Rogen is great in this, is constantly hilarious with inventive ideas, but it's not just a joke either. And it could have been. To those who took the chance on a comedy in 2025, you know the basic premise here. The guy who's given everything he wants actually likes it, not wanting to go back, but the reason he doesn't want to go back is life kinda sucks. It's not, I don't have what I want, this guy has more than me, I'm jealous. It's a scenario when somebody isn't lazy, isn't a bad person, but still has nothing because that's how things are. The movie gets into the difficulty of living nowadays, how life really isn't that much fun for a lot of people, and shows off just because you're broke and somebody else isn't, doesn't necessarily mean you're the lazy one. Obviously, sometimes it does, but we have to get Rachel Ziegler somehow. I also love seeing Keanu Reeves in this type of role. I may even prefer it. Some reason it suits him. I know big names can no longer lead great movies to success, but if you want to see the classic Guardian Angel tale shown realistically, check this out. I don't love how they chose to end it, but the rest is golden. Kinda like the gaming channel. No, not really, but you can find it linked down below. It's got content on games, so maybe I'll see you there. As a big fan of the original, I was skeptical about this reboot, you may call it, but it actually did something new with it. That may be hard to believe. You get this kid who sees Santa Claus kill his parents, almost rape his mother, and he goes insane. It's straightforward. This particular remake kind of follows that premise, but not really. Similar events happen, but it's not remotely the same, like in any way. And I like that. I didn't expect it to copy it, but I also didn't expect a movie to go this far to give us something new. It's really hard to not talk about what happens, but I will say a lot of unique elements define the movie. Even if you've never seen the original, you'll still remember it for a lot of reasons. It's not completely perfect, some things aren't explained right and just don't make sense. Let's face it, that's not why you're here. You want to see a Santa Claus wreak havoc, maybe a new spin on it, and I guarantee you get those two things. If you need an alternative Christmas movie, you can't go wrong with this. This one angers me in some ways. I mean, not really. You knew it wasn't gonna do good. The Christy Martin biopic starring Sydney Sweeney was not a good idea on a financial level, but I'm glad it got made because it's actually really good. I can't talk anymore about the stupid-ass Gene debate. It's not why the movie failed, and you fucking know it. It was a lack of advertisement, an athlete unfortunately nobody cared about, so do the basic math. You got a lot of fake reviews knocking it, you know they're bullshit, but the reason the movie works is because it's real. it's not just what's fun to look at. It does feature boxing, obviously, but it's barely the main focus. It actually shows us a lot beyond that. And if you go in not knowing what happens, you may be shocked by some of it. Then you have the transformation, gaining weight, and losing it to play this role. Most people who look like that don't care to do this. It's not the main reason the movie is good, but it should be brought up. People have issues with all this because she wasn't a lesbian. So, some reason that's not okay. I'm going into it again, it's so fucking stupid. The real Christy Martin is okay with it. Like, she congratulated it. What's wrong with these people? Also, the housemaid did really good. I guess they forgot.
So much for that fucking theory.
Back to the movie, it's good. The fight scenes are good. It's emotionally driven in many ways. The acting is superb. If you haven't seen it, see it. And whatever you do, don't see The Smashing Machine because it was complete garbage. Sadly, a lot more of you did. This Jurassic World Rebirth alternative may only have a rating in the 50s, but
That's bullshit.
for the life of me, I don't know why anybody wouldn't like this. It's a fun dino-themed adventure with realistic consequences, like a lot of Jurassic movies, but it's also kind of serious. It creates a nice balance. You legitimately like the characters, I did not expect that. Various deaths throughout the movie do spark a reaction, and the ending is really good. The scene that ends off the movie completely blew away any expectations. I mean, that is the shit. There was a lot of effort put in. It's a shame nobody gives it any credit. Yeah, a few scenes did kind of imitate Jurassic World, as in their latest movie, but no real harm in that. The actual plot and events that go down are not the same. So many scenes in this are just memorable. Like if you want a dinosaur movie that isn't Jurassic World, because there's not too many of them, you need to see this. The box office Rebirth raked in proves people do still like this stuff, even if they shouldn't. So basically, you need to see this. The latest outing from the Addams and Poster family, who I didn't know about till seeing this. Apparently they make a lot of good movies, and I guess no exception. From the intro, I didn't expect to like this, but I wound up being surprisingly engaged. The main focus is Mickey, a cancer survivor, discovering an abdominal tumor, giving her 6 months to live. So the idea to seek out Sylvine, a supposed woodland healer, along with her skeptical father, may not seem like the smartest decision, but given her condition, it may be the only one. What follows is an honestly engaging narrative. You actually feel for the characters. You wonder where it's going. There are a few twists thrown in, so the runtime is mostly filled. I will say it's not paced the best. I feel more could have happened in the middle, not so much at the end. Her father Jake is questionable throughout, wanting to give up way too easily. I mean, it's likely the only option, so he seems to occasionally not care enough. You can't expect perfection, but given the production, it's unexpectedly good. The scenery is another highlight. It's not stunning, but it does a decent job drawing you in. It didn't seem that way at the beginning. I thought the reviews were bullshit, but I found it pleasantly enjoyable. It's cool too that a family made it. You don't see that kind of thing too often. And given the quality here, I want to see more of these. It's a unique movie that deserves to be seen, but not as unique as Obex, which really shocked me. Not so much that it was good, just the overall direction. When you see the black and white aesthetics and socially awkward protagonist, you expect something like Eraserhead maybe, perhaps the guy being a psychopath leading into some terrifying scenario, but that's not at all what happens. No, he's actually a very nice guy, has a dog named Sandy who randomly showed up, who loves him a great deal, and upon signing up to test the new game Obex because he likes video games, he's initially disappointed with the simplistic gameplay, like when I tried Death Stranding. It is until something happens, which will not be spoiled because nothing's really given away here. It could go in any direction, you may have a partial guess, but it's good in a way you wouldn't expect it to be. I can't exactly place why it's somewhat on the more wholesome side, because It's a simple objective. You'll likely feel bad for him. You get sad moments in this. The black and white look and weird visuals do suit the movie. Without it, it wouldn't be the same. It's kind of like The Lighthouse. It doesn't feel unnecessary. But if I was to tell you the premise, you wouldn't think of that. That's why it's so unique and unpredictable. Obviously not for everybody, but if you like things that go in a different direction and still surprise the viewer, I have to advise you check out Obex. It's a movie unlike too many others, not complete insanity, but it's a good balance. And it is 10 recent movies you probably didn't see, so check them out. Let me know what you thought, comment opinions down below, and if you've seen any of these, then you can complain down below. If not, like the video, subscribe if you enjoyed, share it if possible, and hit the bell to get notified because recommendations don't come. I'm the Cinema Analyst, because somebody has to be.